Credit and your money can be gone in seconds. It's just as bad for corporations. A 5-year-old study by McAfee, which is a computer antivirus maker, estimated that computer crimes cost companies $1 trillion across the globe. And now everyone is at risk, and we just saw this recently. The list of VIPs hit by hackers goes on and on, from Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z to politicians like former presidential nominee Mitt Romney, as well as First Lady Michelle Obama. Credit reports, social security numbers, and addresses for those celebrities stolen and displayed for all to see, and it is nothing new. Remember, a Tennessee college student hacked into former vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin's email and was prosecuted for it. Hacking into private electronic information is widespread, it is expensive, and it is frightening. And if you are like me, you're probably sitting there with your two-screen experience wondering, if this can happen to them, surely it can happen to me, and you are right. But here's another question. Is there anything that can be done to protect ourselves? Shannon Honadle is a computer expert. She works with software and hardware systems every day for companies and individuals. So Shannon, thanks for coming down. There's a lot of information I want to get to, and we have just a little bit of time. So let me get right into it. What is the worst thing we can do? Rather, what makes us most vulnerable when it comes to people stealing our information?
Well, what many people still do is they try and use the same password for everything. And of course, once this gets leaked to someone that shouldn't have it, it makes it very dangerous for them to get into your data. Another thing people want to do is try and use the same email account for everything, whether they're going to Facebook or Amazon.com or any other kind of website that requires a password, just because it's more convenient. Remember, if it's convenient for you, it's even more convenient for a hacker.
All right, that's very good information. Now, is this problem getting better or is it getting worse? Because on the one hand, I think, well, I've got many ways that I can get to my information. I don't have to sit at the same place. We are getting smarter with technology. But on the other hand, I'm just like, wait a minute, that's a lot of ways to get to that.
Yes, it is getting worse because now we're carrying more items now that hold our data. We've got stuff that fits in our pockets, like our cell phones. Sometimes we put flash drives on our keychains. And because of that, we're not taking any extra steps to make sure the information on there is locked down, because if it gets in the wrong hands, then they have all that information too. Yeah, and can do a lot of horrible things with it. So let's get to the meat of this. What can small fries like me do to protect ourselves from hackers? If you were to say one major thing you can do, one or two, what would you tell us to do today? Well, I would absolutely suggest that people need to keep track of their passwords in a better manner than just pen and paper. Using software like password managers such as 1Password is a great step. It also can help generate stronger passwords for you. And then keep track of news when they tell you that, for instance, LinkedIn was hacked, as an example, then you go in and you change your LinkedIn password. I see. And so when you say password manager, are you talking about like a safe deposit box, where electronic safe deposit box where you can store your passwords, and then when you want to take something out, you just come up with your master? That's a good way to think of encryption. Encryption in general scrambles a message, and then you have to decrypt it to see it. So think of when you're in your house and you have your valuables and important papers, you go put them in a safe, but in order to use them, you have to go to that safe, unlock it, and pull them out. Encryption works the same way. Okay, and that sounds like it's an extra layer of protection. And you always say have 2 steps to get people away from your information. And real quickly, as we are running out of time, what about public places? A lot of us like to go to the coffee shop, take our computer, and work there. Is there any way to protect us there, or are you telling me we got to give it up? Well, no, I wouldn't say you have to give it up, but I would be aware of the sites that you go to when you go to those places, and make sure that you have a good software firewall on your computer. And when the sites that you go to, you're saying make sure it's HTTP sites? HTTPS sites. Okay. Gotcha. Shannon Honadle, you have helped us to have a little bit more peace as we go into this weekend about our information. Shannon Honadle is from Honadle.com. Appreciate you coming down with this lesson in computer